Wednesday night. Good night, everyone.
Live from Augusta, we're watching News 1226 at 11.
Hey there, I'm Courtney Hicks. Welcome in. We are at the Weather Center with First Alert meteorologist Emily. I call her Acton, because you have been busy. We did the 7 o'clock together, and I feel like from then you've been busy. You had to hop on Facebook, let folks know in particular areas some of the warnings. I said earlier, the tap on the shoulder with the possibility of a tornado.
Yeah.
And we even heard about some power outages and downed trees in the McCormick County area. And you were just saying that we're going to have some rain on us as we head to our cars after we get off tonight.
Yeah. Unfortunately, so we are tracking that rainfall right now, but at least we're below severe limits. That's the good news, and I'm anticipating us to stay below severe limits for the rest of the overnight hours. I can't say that 100%, but as of right now, just with how saturated the atmosphere is, since we've had that consistent heavy rainfall for probably the past hour or so. Again, that's just going to continue to move north and eastward. So we're going to see a decent amount of showers here. And let me speed that up just a little bit of what we are currently seeing. Again, that rainfall is going to be pretty consistent for the next couple of hours. So just know we're going to see a lot of rainfall overnight tonight. Tomorrow, we'll have a few hit or miss showers early in the morning, but we'll see a few more start to pop up around dinner time, but not a big chance. I mean, nowhere near what we're seeing today. It'll be kind of a quick passing shower here or there. Wednesday, we have a small rain chance as well. But overnight tonight, again, we're just keeping track of that flood risk. Flash flooding is possible. If you live in any flood-prone areas, definitely be on guard. And hopefully nobody's having to drive this late at night, but just be very careful out there on the roadways. But Courtney, I'll have a look at what all you can expect for the next 7 days coming up.
All right, we'll stand by. Thank you, Emily. New at 11, the Aiken City Council has named a developer for Hotel Aiken. City Council will enter into negotiations with Oliver Hospitality to develop Hotel Aiken. This was decided in a 6-1 vote this evening. The long-awaited decision marks the latest progress for the hotel. Your Kennedy Payne joins us live in the newsroom, and there was a myriad of important topics addressed tonight, Kennedy, but we want to know what the community members have to say about this big step.
Well, I think everyone agreed it's been a long 3 years, and they have come a long way from near demolition to a revitalization. The room tonight was packed as developers with Oliver Hospitality, Ethan Orley and Craig Bradley spoke briefly about their plans for the hotel. The city originally bought Hotel Aiken and the adjacent properties in 2021 with plans to demolish the historic building, which actually holds contributing status. After backlash, the city went back to the drawing board, and now more than 3 years later, the project is seeing real movement. For nearly 15 years, Oliver Hospitality has been redeveloping hotels across the Southeast. They say they have a particular expertise in redeveloping historic properties. Linda Johnson was at tonight's meeting. She's actually the president of the Aiken Historic Foundation. And just a couple of months ago, she was able to put the hotel on the National Register of Historic Places. She says she's so happy that they've come a long way since 2021.
We finally have a path forward. So we're excited because these buildings deserve to be preserved, and we have a developer who, from the sounds of it, has a lot of experience in doing just that.
And the debate amongst the community has been to tear down the building or refurbish it, but developers say they anticipate keeping Hotel Aiken a hotel. Johnson says she's excited to see the charm of the building preserved.
We had this whole half a block that was a bit derelict, and there was no reason for people to stroll along that part of the block. And now I can see people going to stores or restaurants further down the block, coming up to enjoy what we have in this block, and staying there, going right out their hotel door and having so many things available to them.
And the developers say they hope this is actually the catalyst in making the rest of downtown Aiken a revitalized downtown.
That is good to hear. And like you said, Kennedy, nearly 3 years after surviving that near demolition, Hotel Aiken is, again, one major step closer to being revitalized. Thank you so much for your report tonight. We appreciate you. And the group will also own the properties near the hotel that would have been a part of the Pascalis project. 12 on your side, digging a bit deeper into the Oliver Group tonight. They have a 15-year history of redeveloping historic properties. Some of their work includes Hotel Clearmont, that's in Atlanta, and the Oliver Hotel in Knoxville, Tennessee. Another eye-opening topic at the Aiken City Council meeting tonight was about the economy and the rising cost of building materials. Rising prices are impacting just about. Another eye-opening topic at the Aiken City Council meeting tonight was about the economy and the rising cost of building materials. Rising prices are impacting just about everything, but it's also impacting Aiken's ability to pave the roads. The Aiken city manager told News 12 that the cost of paving a road is now about $1 million per mile, saying, quote, "We are in a position of uncertainty in the economy." And new tonight, the Richmond County Sheriff's Office is searching for this missing woman, 77-year-old Betty Garnett. She was last seen June 4th around 5 p.m. on Broad Street. She was last seen wearing black sweatpants and a red and blue Adidas t-shirt. She might look a bit familiar as she went missing back in late May wearing the exact same clothes near a home on Belmont Avenue. Anyone with information on Miss Garnett, please call the Sheriff's Office. To Los Angeles now is following a developing story tonight out of Orangeburg County where a suspect wanted on 7 counts of attempted murder is on the run. The Sheriff's Office is offering a $5,000 reward in the search of 18-year-old Sincere Gibbs from Sumter. He is wanted after shooting into a crowd of people at a party on 5 Chop Road back in March. 7 people were injured and others were trampled. Court records show Gibbs was out on bond and was wearing an ankle monitor until investigators discovered that he cut that monitor. This has happened 2 weeks before that shooting. He is considered armed and dangerous. Please call the Orangeburg County Communications Center if you have any information on his whereabouts. And tonight, the Aiken County Coroner's Office says it is investigating the death of 42-year-old Wade Sweat III, nearly a week after he died from a single car crash on June 2nd. Officials say the crash happened on Old Barnwell Road near Stillwater Road when Sweat drove off the road, flipped, and hit a fence. And we have a new safety alert tonight. You may want to check your smoke detectors. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission is recalling the Vent combination smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. Now, these particular detectors have been found to possibly malfunction and fail to alert for a fire or a carbon monoxide leak. Now, these detectors, named Apollo America 51,000, were sold on the Vent's website and door-to-door sales from June 2024 through October of that year. Now, the company is sending a free replacement to all known purchasers. And another safety alert this evening involving a boil water advisory impacting the town of Jackson. Areas include Boss Hog Lane, Mamie's Lane, and T. Rose Drive, along with Green Pond Road, and customers between Drag Strip Road and T. Rose Drive. Now, while the advisory is in place, you should boil your water for 2 minutes before cooking or drinking it, and you might even want to use bottled water, and we will keep track of the advisory and let you know when it is lifted. Emily?
Well, we're still tracking heavy rainfall. A few rumbles of thunder have happened here in the Augusta area. We have a special weather statement, though, out for portions of Washington and Wilkinson County. I'll have an update on what all you can expect and the next 7 days coming up.
At Parker's Kitchen, we go big, like our huge, crunchy, juicy, never frozen chicken tenders with an extra large serving of Parker's signature sauce. At Parker's Kitchen,
we have issued a first alert in anticipation.
Spring in the CSRA means severe weather season is here. With fast-moving storms that can disrupt your whole day.
Cloud to ground lightning, that's going to be...
But you're good, because you watch WRDW First Alert Weather.
Alert for all of our counties here.
And you get the first alert with forecasts where you live.
All the sweeps are working here.
Whether it's sunny or severe, we get it right. And you get it first. WRDW First Alert Weather, on your side.
Mom, we need ice!
I guess I gotta go to Queen City.
Welcome to Queen City Home Store. With our price match guarantee and express delivery, we have exactly what you need when you need it. Queen City Home Store, your whole home destination.
Thanks, Mom.
Now, your First Alert weather with meteorologist Emily Acton.
Well, we have a first alert in effect overnight tonight. We're anticipating heavy rainfall, and there's been some lightning as well, but we've seen strong thunderstorms earlier today. Right now, everything is below severe limits. That's some great news, but we're kind of seeing this train effect where these storms are just continuing to push eastward, and we're just seeing a lot of rainfall happening. I just looked a few minutes ago. Looks like we're seeing about 1 inch to 2 inches an hour. So again, we're going to see a lot of rainfall overnight tonight. Any flood prone areas, you're definitely going to be vulnerable with this system pushing through, because again, heavy pockets of rain just kind of hitting the same places over and over again. Then we're picking up on some lightning too, just south of Augusta and even into North Augusta. They're hearing a couple of claps of thunder. We heard that here at the station just a few minutes ago, but we do have a special weather statement out, and that's for portions of Washington County. That's for some stronger wind gusts and possibly hail the size of 1/4 inch. So again, we're keeping a close eye on these storms as they develop and continue to push through our area overnight tonight. I'm hopeful though that we'll stay below severe limits, but something again we'll continue to monitor. Rain chances tomorrow going to be very scarce for us, but we will see an afternoon shower. I'm pretty confident for the later afternoon hours for your Tuesday, Wednesday. Small rain chance throughout the day, not zero, but I think it's going to be that typical isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm. So here's what we're looking at overnight tonight. I think once that massive rain that we're seeing right now starts to move out of our area, we should be pretty good for the overnight hours starting off the day tomorrow. Maybe a light shower, but otherwise looking pretty good. We'll see the sun at times for your Tuesday. Here's Tuesday around dinner time. That's when our rain chances will kind of tick up a little bit for us for the later afternoon, early evening hours. And then we might see a few for your Wednesday as well. Tomorrow, we're under a marginal risk for all of our eastern counties here. That's a level 1 out of 5, much less than that severe risk that we saw today, but still something, again, that we'll continue to monitor. Rain chances are going to be pretty consistent for the next couple of days. Temperatures into the upper 80s, low 90s for us. And again, we're in June, so those afternoon showers and thunderstorms are going to become a daily occurrence, Courtney.
You don't say. All right, glad we got you. Thank you, Miss Emily. Golden Harvest Food Bank is partnering with the Lincoln County Senior Center to provide seniors with a box of non-perishable food each month. Anyone 60 or older with a way to pick up these boxes at the Senior Center should give a call to the number on your screen as soon as you can. Make sure you apply, as there is a limited number of slots for the food boxes. At number 706-359-3760. Food distribution will start in July, so make sure you hurry up and call that number and get signed up. Heads up for those living in Richmond County, the Board of Education has its second public hearing on the upcoming budget tomorrow. It's at 6 o'clock in the evening at the Richmond County Board of Education building. Gotcha. Thank you, Miss Emily. Golden Harvest Food Bank is partnering with the Lincoln County Senior Center to provide seniors with a box of non-perishable food each month. Anyone 60 or older with a way to pick up these boxes at the Senior Center should give a call to the number on your screen as soon as you can. Make sure you apply, as there is a limited number of slots for the food boxes. At number 706-359-3760. Food distribution will start in July, so make sure you hurry up and call that number and get signed up. Heads up for those living in Richmond County, the Board of Education has its second public hearing on the upcoming budget tomorrow. It's at 6 o'clock in the evening at the Richmond County Board of Education building, and the adoption of the final budget is set for Tuesday, June 24th. A pioneering leader of the funk music movement has died. A look at the life and legacy of Sly Stone when we return. And as we head to break, here's a live look at New York City. I said earlier, looking like Gotham City, right out of the movie, right? And your winning lottery numbers. We'll be right back. Stay with us. A small plane with 6 on board crashed into the ocean Sunday off the coast of California. The aircraft was reporting down shortly before 1 p.m. A Coast Guard spokesperson says a debris field was located in the ocean a short time later. A local surfer who was in that area described what he saw.
It was surreal. It was one of those things that I was asking myself, like, did I imagine that splash? I mean, because again, I'm looking around like, did anyone else see that? After I saw the splash, about 6 seconds later, it was dead silent. I knew that that they went in the water nose first, at high speed.
Now, according to Flight Aware, the plane took off from San Diego International Airport and was headed to Phoenix, Arizona. No information just yet on who was on board. Sly Stone, the legendary funk musician who pioneered culture-changing hits, passed away today after a long battle with COPD and other health issues. Sly Stone leaves behind an extraordinary catalog that made us all want to dance to the music, one of his big hits. Ann Thompson takes a look back through his life and career.
He spun soul and rock records, the foundations of the sound he would make as a musician. He led Sly and the Family Stone, a band of men and women of different ethnicities, onto the music charts and into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Thank you all very much. I love you personally very much.
But drug use would curtail his career. Stone's legacy now documented in a new film by Questlove.
We were all heavily...
NBC News.
A huge influence indeed, and you see there Sly Stone was 82. All right, making the new look brand new, Bridge Spring Monetta football is getting another upgrade since first debuting their stadium back in 2019. We'll take you inside the improvements, those changes, when we come back with sports. Stay with us.
This summer,
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group. On your sideline, sponsored by Chandler Law Firm.
Bridge Spring Monetta is often overlooked, but this football season they're making heads turn. For the first time, the Trojans are playing on turf at their home stadium. They're one of a handful of schools getting a refresh. Ridge Spring last had a massive upgrade on their stadium back in 2019. Now it's time to make it one complete project with the addition of turf. Coach Jay Brandon hopes they'll have it fully completed by July, just in time for practices to ramp up. You know the saying, look good, feel good, play good.
I've always said, our kids, there's only 24 hours in a day. There's only 7 days in a week. But we ask as much as our kids, in the weight room, in the off season, and we've had kids make statewide all-star games, north-south games. We've had kids sign college scholarships. So our athletes put in just as much time. They put in just as much work on the field and in the classroom. And so it's just nice to see them get facilities that their hard work really deserves.
There are plenty of little things to get cleaned up before they break it in next month. This is all part of a multi-million-dollar project from Aiken County. Happening over in Evans, more than 200 women from middle school to college and beyond participated in Women's Golf Day. No matter the skill level, the day was about picking up a club and giving it a go. Women were able to learn from LPGA professionals, including one of the association's best, Onita Castillo. Not only there to teach the basics of the game, but what it can give to you outside of driving, chipping, and especially putting.
With golf, I like to tell ladies, you need to become good at putting. You're going to get invited by the guys to play in those corporate events. Always fun. You're in a scramble. If you're a lady who can putt, they're going to want you on the team. Because the boys can hit it far. Sometimes you don't know where it's going. They'll get it up there on the green, but the person who makes the putt is the shero, and it needs to be you.
All right, 0 to hero, we like that. A changing of the guard on the flats as legendary Tech baseball coach Danny Hall passes the torch to James Ramsey. Ramsey played collegiately at FSU and then in the majors for 7 years. He's been with Tech since 2019, and now he finally has his shot as head man. And he's thankful that Hall will still be around for some guidance.
The one thing any great coaches, and I've called a couple of them in the past couple of days, they always say to be yourself. And so I think that's the thing, that there's huge shoes for me to fill. The good news is that they'll be walking us alongside me throughout the process, and encouraging me to put my stamp on things. I think that's the good part is Coach Hall is going to be around to be able to, come by, be able to answer the phone and say, hey, these are the things that, I think you're doing really well.
Shifting to the MLB with AJ Smith-Shawver getting Tommy John surgery, the Braves needed an all-time showing from their really deplenished bullpen. Makes it hurt less to know that at least they have someone. That someone, possibly Bryce Elder, definitely Chris Sale, the reigning National Cy Young Award winner, allowed just 5 hits and 2 walks, striking out a season-high 11 across 7 innings, just 1 run from Sale, snapping the Bravos' 7-game slip against 7-1 against the Brew Crew. Kirk Cousins is expected to make his return to Flowery Branch. Mandatory minicamp begins Tuesday. If he misses camp without being excused by the team, he could be subject to fines. The former starter is still under contract. Cousins has been absent for the Falcons' voluntary workouts so far.
Time and Temp, brought to you by your First Alert weather team. No matter what you...
Well, we're tracking heavy showers this evening, and that's going to be the story overnight tonight. Here's a little bit of a wider view. Not really sure why the cloud cover is on top, but anyways, we're seeing heavy rainfall, couple rumbles of thunder still possible overnight tonight. Flooding is going to be the main concern for us. So if you're living in any flood-prone areas or driving overnight tonight, make sure you are staying aware of the roadways. They will definitely be slick, but we have rain chances for the next 7 days. Those typical afternoon pop-up showers and thunderstorms.
All right, duly noted. Thanks so much, Emily. Thank you, Alyssa. We appreciate everybody, and we'll talk at you soon. Bye now.